Fixes. Star.
Ah, retro computing. The phrase that brings joy to the heart of the doughy-eyed millions and brings fear to the heart of people who actually do it, because if you're anything like me, you know that these things are usually broken. Very, very broken. I mean, look at this. It's scarred beyond all recognition. And nothing really breaks the heart more than when you've repaired a computer having it look like this. Now, it's been a problem for Spectrums because this bit here, you can't get it anymore. But through the power of somebody getting off their backside and doing something about it, we have this. Da-da-da! From the very nice man, Rich Meller at rwapsoftware.co.uk, I have a brand new escutcheon or metal faceplate in for review. Now, if you watch my video up here, you'll see how difficult it is to get these off without damaging them. Obviously, it doesn't matter in this case, so we'll just rip the bugger off. Ta-da! Here we go. Now, I have opened this to make sure it was the right thing, and we're going to do a little comparison between this one and the actual vintage faceplate. So, first off, let's have a look at this one. Now we can see it's very, 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 very scratched indeed. Yeah. Now these first faceplates, because of cheapness, were actually powder coated and then screened over the top with these colours. Now that was the cheapest way to do it back in the day. I've had a look at the front of this one, and I can tell you that this is some kind of printing and wrapping process. Now would you look at that? It looks absolutely beautiful. Absolutely excellent. There we go. Now these are usually mounted with these tabs on this, but they've snapped off on this one, or with a bit of double-sided tape. So to put this down, you'll need a bit of double-sided tape. And oh, okay, you won't need double-sided tape because there's some already on the back, some 3M double-sided tape. Okay, now this one here actually needs a new keyboard membrane, which I do have in stock, and I'm about to install on this, but not in this video. So I'm just going to lay it over the top rather than stick it down to see how she looks. My word, look at that. Absolutely minty. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, oh, I'm very, 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 very pleased with that. Rich, you've done a fine thing. Now, I know this is a complete labour of love for Mr. Meller because it's not easy to get anything manufactured in England, or Britain, actually, these days, because our manufacturing industry was completely destroyed during the 1980s. So getting a short run of something made, particularly as a labour of love, is always going to be difficult. Now, as always, when you replace anything on here, give this a wash. Look at that. Oh, filth. Here you go. Dirty videos, people. Now, remember, when you want a keyboard membrane or you want a replacement metal faceplate, you need to go to rwapsoftware.co.uk or visit sellmyretro.com, and I'll put links down below in the wonderful new Google comment system. And yes, you did hear an element of what's the word I'm looking for here? Disappointment with YouTube then. So I'm not going to state any prices or anything on here because it'll age the video if they change, but this is an absolutely awesome achievement. I'm really happy with that. I couldn't actually ask for it to be any better in situ. I mean, look at that. So there's some comparison there on the colours. We'll have a comparison on the colours of the stripes, what's left of them. And this is actually a bit more robust because this is some kind of printed, I think it's vinyl. So it's probably an eco-solvent process. Not entirely sure. Rich might be able to fill me in. I can do an addendum to that. Hang on 1 second, I've got a great idea. I'm just going to run and get another Spectrum which has a very good condition faceplate to compare with. Oh, we running to get the Spectrum. Running to get the Spectrum. Looking for the Spectrum that I'm going to use as a second example. Here we go. So this one is a Specky from back in the day. Okay. A few little dints here and there, but you know, when you're 30 you'll have a few little dints here and there. Well, I hope so. And let's have a look at this one. I mean, you can tell in the hand that they're slightly different. They're a different manufacturing process, but from a distance, all it actually does is makes the Spectrum look pretty much brand new. It fits perfectly. It's even got the tape on the back. I'm really looking forward to installing this actually. Geeky, I know. Anyway, it's pretty hard for me to think of anything else to say about this because it's a good product, well made, definitely improvement over this, and yeah, I don't really need a how-to on how to install it because it's got tape on it. I will say though, make sure you get all of this crud off before and probably clean that with a little bit of alcohol. Yeah, so because I'm lacking other things to say, this is Mark from Mark Fixes Stuff signing out, and remember, subscribe to get your fix. Big thank you to Rich, really cool product, thank you, and I'll see you all in the very next exciting episode. Off to play some Manic Miner. Bye.